the pills and the haze. Pop said we hard-headed, stuck in our ways, so I've been praying to the most high that it's just a phase, yo. Hardly surprised and always amazed, especially at what's been getting radio plays, yo. I wanna be the cataclysm of a cataclysm, bomb atomically and take it back to lyricism. But you know nowadays, it seems like it's forbidden. Anybody in the industry knows they ain't fucking with them, and anyone on sign, they wanna be outshine. So I guess it's just me, myself, and all these empty lines. I never knew that being nice was penalized. Once you blowing up, they wanna know the penis size. Hoes all staring, saying you got dreamy eyes. If you ain't fake, they wanna see you demonized. They be dropping gems and his flow is El Dorado, a midnight marauder, young desperado with a bravado. That's a hard act to follow. Make your favorite rapper look like amateurs at the Apollo. Yo, and that's a hard pill to swallow. Me and my vato steady painting pictures like Picasso. Feds trying to clock us like Pablo and Gustavo. Go and tell straight to the Gestapo. Hola muchacho, yo hablo español. El hombre blanco es el diablo. Now I'm going over heads like a poncho. Trying to stack chips with more cheese than some nachos. Why you acting macho? Your whole clique is gato. They ain't want beef, but I feel it like a taco. Yo, don't get it twisted like a rasta. Don't be bringing none of that bullshit into mi casa. You ain't seen this one cracks and contras. Belly of the beast, we all live inside a monster. That's why I be thanking God I'm alive, tapping into different vibes, penning more than a scribe. Every verse I open letter sent to all the tribes. Lost in the ghetto, steady struggling to survive, yo. The things I seen with a pair of eyes got me out here living in this life desensitized. Part of the reason that I'm hardly if ever surprised. I feel the names of brothers and seen mothers that cried. Seen a kid leave a body right before he died. 23 years old, went down before his prime. While your favorite rapper only talking dollar signs. But when our people in trouble, they quiet as a mime. Every day is the struggle, I speak it through these lines. That's how I know they can't relate, I speak their daily lives. I'm representing for my nation, all the lost tribes. All my people that been locked up in 25. Being born a minority was their first crime. They serve and protect, hoping your next 7 is fine. They know the one of us will be the verdict when they try. They wonder why they get no respect when we call them swine. Living in a time when we fight and become a vine. Friends turn to t-shirts, corners turn to shrines. And if our leader ain't a Pharisee, then he's a scribe. Cause he ain't coming out unless he thinks he can scrape a dime. Get his name in the paper, face in the lime. The world's black and white and you better pick a side. If I wasn't strong enough, then I would break inside. But I found the truth right before I lost my mind. Sorry, mama, I promised it wouldn't change me, but I would've went insane had I remained the same me. And I know you feel the same way if they slay me. So when I say the white man is the devil, don't blame me. I'm not here to make friends, kiss babies, shake hands for politics. Yo, what's affecting all the college kids? I mean, why did the students shoot up the colleges? Newborns found in shopping bags and garbages. All these problems that nobody acknowledges. Promise you one thing, you gonna acknowledge this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Hebrews and Shebrews, we are the ISUPK, this is the Lost Tribes. I am Dawud Dam, I'm officer of 500. According to the Bible, the black Jews are God's chosen people. My narration describes a young boy that was pushing aside, and all he ever wanted was a little piece of the pie. But all he ever got was hate, hurt, being deprived, cause of a system not designed with his kind in mind. But in time he soon find why his friends are his foes, why his brothers in jail, why his sisters his hoes. While Papa never was around to teach him stuff he should know, the type of stuff that keep his kids from being gangsters. It was no different, raised without a father or a pot to go pissing. Not even a mother, he was raised by his brother. This was around the same time we was over being colored. Meanwhile, mama out here working OT. It's the only way she knew her little boy was gonna eat. It was hard in the city, so she moved down south. A few years after that, her little boy moved out.
Our narration describes the lives of the lost tribes in the ghetto trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing their pride. Things we gotta do to stay alive, and still we rise. Our narration describes the lives of the lost tribes in the ghetto trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing their pride. Things we gotta do to stay alive, and still we rise. All religions aside, we was designed, divinely inclined. But what's inside don't fit the black image, the white mind. Well, let's rewind time and find the picture, knows no color line. Way before before white Jesus had all people colorblind. We reside somewhere in the midst of ancient Palestine line, unified with the power of Zion. No cowards because the righteous are as bold as a lion. Iron sharpens iron, had it disappear like the mines. Cause we're rebellion, stubborn, stiff-necked, simple, defiant. We would worship other gods like the stars of Orion. Stepped away from laws of life, that's why our people are dying. Go to sleep till the sirens wake up, to mothers crying. Outlined and prophesied as a biblical sign throughout all lifetime, upon all bloodline. Deuteronomy 28, tell me I'm lying. Back to Egypt on ships chained with yokes on iron. Describes the lives of the lost tribes and the ghetto trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing they pride. Things we gotta do to stay alive. And still we rise. On that rich describes the lives of the lost tribes in the ghetto trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing they pride. Things we gotta do to stay alive.
Still blessed.
And still we rise.
Yo, see I was born inside of darkness, now I glitter in gold. You know about me even if my story didn't get told. Literally flow, thoughts form quicker than most. I'm an original, not another digital hoax. Love is pitiful because the pit is full, I suppose. The crabs beneath me are only about to inch on my toes. I ain't mad at you, Machiavelli lived through these flows. Mistaken for a weed and concrete, still I rose. Life's a movie with the wrong narration. The picture that been painted ain't describing our lives. Found out my enemy was the entire nation. The tribe was lost until we found the lost tribes. From 9 to 5 working, to 5 to 9 twerking. Brothers and sisters killing themselves to survive. You already swallowed the wrong pill in the matrix. The only way to escape it now is swallow your pride.
Our narration describes the lives of the lost tribes in the ghetto trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing they pride. Things we gotta do to stay alive. And still we rise. Our narration describes the lives of the lost tribes in the ghetto trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing they pride. Things we gotta do to stay alive. And still we rise. What it's like for a nigga like me. 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 Gray skies overhead, this isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Yeah.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy on me.
Have mercy on
Man, this
me.
shit ain't no joke, man, this shit ain't no joke. Like the boy cried wolf, I ain't blowing no smoke. You don't gotta look far to see it ain't no hope in this fucked up world. I'm just trying to stay afloat. I grew up in the ghetto in the middle of the streets, H-E-L-L. The belly of the beast. Thanksgiving came around, I wasn't having no feast. When the landlord talking about breaking our lease, goddamn, what's next? My girl broke up with your boy and she did it in a text. That if I couldn't have nothing, that I could have love besides love for the money and selling these drugs. Sometimes it seems like it's the only way out, but every day I'm getting older and it's getting played out. Can't end up in the pen trying to find a way out. Lord forgive me for my sins, for my heart gave out. My dad died, biggest loss I ever had to take. He a big part of the reason I'm the man I am today. And moving on was a move I wasn't trying to make, but I got sons now, so I'm trying to lead them not astray. And even though success is looking unlikely, I stay mighty and pray nightly and remain doing the right thing like Spike Lee, which is hard in this life for a nigga like me. All my life I had to fight like my name's Sophia. Always had heart, never always been fear. Watch always in trouble, always stay here. When you black in America, that's all you hear. I can't lie. Some days I wanna break down and cry. For me and my people that's fighting to stay alive. Cause living ain't living when you living to survive. Cause we living in hell till the heavens arrive. Now I mean,
What it's like for a nigga like me.
like me, like me, like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead, this isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Yeah.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. What it's like in this life for a nigga like Me. Every day I gotta fight my demons. Wake up, thank God I'm breathing. Cause all nightmares, America's dreaming. Trying to find a way to make it while surrounded by heathens. No stress long as I got a coat and I'm eating. I'm blessed and I know the Most High is the reason. But my heart's bleeding through my sleeve is seeping. For all the things that I've been peeping. Type of shit make you say fuck it and sleeping. Cause while you were sleeping, the grenades lit. For brothers got gunned down over the weekend. Stretched out in the streets left leaking. Laid out white sheet, mom's grieving. All lives gotta have more meaning than another nigga dead in the paper I'm reading. Baby mama bitching every time that she's speaking. Talking like she gonna take the kids as she's leaving. How we go from kids to ending up in the deep end? Sink or swim, lose or win, saint or sin. Where does the change begin? And when does the bullshit end? Cause I wake up in the morning, gotta do it again. Go to sleep, go to work and just do it again. Damn. Can't pretend, cause when you stand out, it's hard to blend. And what I stand for, don't fold the bend. Cause I heard real folks still got too many friends. Cause when you speak the truth, then you tend to offend. So, while I'm gripping this pen, Lord please have mercy on me, amen.
It's time for my people to come together and rise up. The only way we gonna take our royalty back, man, is if we do just that, man. Take it back. Kwame Yashala, nigga. It's time for us to rise out of our oppression. A wise man told me each one teach one. So I need you to reach out to your brothers and sisters and teach them, man. There's no reason we should still be getting hung from trees in this day and age, man. Lord, please have mercy on me.
I ain't a people pleaser. Huh. Yeah. But what about Obama? Nigga, I don't like him either. What has he done for us? 6 years or plus. All our leaders only care about in God we trust. But do they trust in God? It's all a facade. See through the mirage. Diamonds in the cars. They got $1 million houses. Have you seen ours? See, we get mesmerized and fail to recognize that they don't sympathize.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohana, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who they are according to this Bible and what their purpose is, man. And what we typically concentrate on is the enemies of the Most High, man. A lot of these religious leaders, religious factions, and anything of that will oppose the brotherhood, man. Because according to Scripture, the only way to wake up our people and to come back to the Most High is via brotherhood, man. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into the Scriptures, of course, the brotherhood Scriptures, but we also want to get into the whole being dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. Seeing marches going on left and right, man. And just, you know, the insanity of Israel, man. And how we think doing the same things over and over again will change our situation. You understand, man? So I'll be reading today. I don't have a reader, so I'll be reading from the Scriptures verbatim. Again, we're going to get into it, okay? So one of the things that's very critical and very key to us being getting out of this hell is having integrity, man. Having integrity, keeping it real, right? We want to be able to, have honor and have a standard to live by, like the other nations do. You understand? The other nations, they typically have a code or some type of duty to their people, to the where they keep that culture and that tradition, man. As far as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we do the very bare minimum. You understand? The very bare minimum. We don't have a culture. Okay, your culture comes from your oppressor, whatever he deems as beneficial to him. You understand? He's going to teach the slave. He's going to teach the slave, which God to worship. He's going to teach the slave his interpretation of what the Holy Scriptures bring out. You understand? And that's what we're, about. We're about undoing the brainwashing, undoing the programming, that's been given to you by your oppressor. Okay? So we're going to take from the scriptures of Joshua, the 5th chapter. We're going to go on the Chronicles. We're going to touch everything, man. Okay? You see a lot of these churches, the churches are filled with Christians, man. Christianity is the biggest, religion on earth, with Islam coming in second. Okay? The scriptures tell us that, Christianity, Christ warned us to beware Christians. Many will come in his name saying they are Christ. They're Christ-like. That's what it means to be a Christian, to be like Christ, and deceive many. Deceive you by thinking that Caesar Borgia is who you're honoring, is who you love, is who you are aspiring to be like. You understand? You also are going to be deceived by, the leadership of Christianity. Okay, that tells you to love everybody, which is nowhere in this Bible. You understand? So, again, man, the job of the ISUPK is undo the brainwashing, man. Undo your interpretation of which way to go, man. The scriptures tell us that broad is the way to destruction. So, if broad is the way to destruction, I know for damn sure Christianity isn't the way. Because Christianity is the #1 religion on earth. And nothing has changed. There is no peace. You understand? Christ has not come back yet, and the people are not in their land. So you have to understand that, again, that's a deceit. And again, we're here to undo the deceits, man. Okay? Stop following the number, playing the number game. You understand? Stop following your Christian church, your fake Israelite group, because they marching down the street, man. Don't be dismayed at the signs that happen, man. Don't be dismayed by these miracles these so-called miracles that you think are of the Lord, man. Okay? So let's get into it, man. We're going to get into Joshua, the 5th chapter. And what you here what we're going to before we jump into that, let's go to 1 Chronicles 9 and 24. Okay, what you have to understand is the severity of your situation and understand what the Lord requires of you. Okay, the Lord requires of you to have His work put first. You understand? He wants to see who's dedicated to the Lord. That's true worship of the Most High. You understand? Putting Him first. Okay? Having one wife, man. You understand? Which is this truth and this work under Christ. Okay? So 1 Chronicles 9 and 24. Let's read. Know ye that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. Here's the thing about running a race, man. It's only one first place winner, man. There's only one true winner, man. Get out of that mindset that there's a second and third place, man. Everybody else is a loser if you're not the winning the race, man. The Bible tells us, man, to treat this truth, treat the Most High's the Most High's work, okay, as your #1 priority. All right? Let's read it again. 1 Chronicles 9 and 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all? Everybody running in the race, man. Everybody's in this competition. But one receiveth the prize. There's only one winner, man. So run that ye may obtain. You need to be in this thing as though it's your #1 priority in life, man. This isn't for show. This isn't for, clout. You understand this truth? This is so you can understand that the Most High is important in your life. You understand? This is a race that we've all been running, man. How many must be sealed before the Lord sends back Christ? 144,000, man, have to be sealed, man. You understand? You know how many first places of 144,000 it is on earth? Very minimal, man. That's not even 1% of Israel. You understand? Israel is all over the globe, and the Most High is looking for 12,000 from each tribe, dedicated, hardcore in this truth, man. You understand? It's so heavy, man. You understand? And which is so one of the things that the Christian pastors and Christianity doesn't teach you is the severity of the Lord's acceptance, man. The Lord doesn't want everybody, man. That was such a hard pill to swallow, man, because coming out of Christianity, I always thought, well, the Most High loves everybody. You understand? The Most High, for He loved the world, that He loved everybody. You understand? It was so very important, man. That was one of the most heaviest things I've ever heard, because I was always taught about this loving and, this God that just didn't want the world to be destroyed. You understand? And the only people in hell were Hitler and probably Pharaoh. You understand? Not a lot of people understand, understand the Most High. Christians don't understand the Most High. Okay, their perception of the Most High comes from your oppression. Okay? Spiritual power ain't gotta buy a pistol, ripping bodies caught by the crystal. No harm, you're struck by a missile. You serve your Howard, you're invincible. Gotta be one of the 12 tribes. Give me one moment. Our power is critical from analog to digital. We coming back. UPK ain't running, but we running that pay your tithes with that money. Yeah. Put on the dummy hat, thinking it's cool. We're not hosting an intergalactic kegger. Bridge raised up. Even Christ wanted certain people, man. And that's so heavy. You could die a fugitive and vagabond. Me, I'ma have cattle and a catalog of slaves. Tell the nations get in shape. Otherwise we do nuke in the lake. Gonna build Jerusalem. Christians would call it safe. You can call it what you want, but them roads better be gold paved. Straight out of these OKs. 1,000 years picking cotton, no shit. Finger pricking, blood dripping from all the thorns. I'll be keeping the bench warm. You've been warned before. Christ didn't want even everybody to be saved. Why? Because He was doing His Father's will, man. But at the same time, even Christ gives everybody the opportunity to win the trophy, to win the race. You understand? I'm going to get it real quick. Okay? Let's see. That's why He would speak to the disciples in parables. You understand? There was only certain things He wanted His disciples to know, and certain things He wanted the people to know. And we're going to get it real quick. Why? Give me a moment. I'm like battery acid and baking soda. Let the word super soak it. I'm striking you like a cobra on fire like supernovas. I'm a UPK soldier, 29 years older, but look at me as a babe. Paraventure, watch a real man behave with a beard, not a shave. Fringes are not a fade, with borders of blue and the old man in the grave. The shield of Dawada with the one man for a change. Salaki, give me a minute. He keeps paving the way for niggas like me from
to the southern kingdoms, we face the east. Our place of peace, even in solemn assembly. At the feast, we rep Yahweh Shai, our king is a beast. We hit the streets, highly anticipating the.
Didn't know the music was playing. Throughout the Shabbat, I appreciate that. Right. One second. So the next scripture we want to look at is Judges 7. And what we want to understand is about this, that the Most High always needs to show us that we can't do this thing alone, man. Okay, look at your current condition today. We are in no position to fight for ourselves, man. Okay, we tried the whole Kemetic thing, it didn't work. We tried to come together under Christianity, it damn sure ain't working. We tried to come together under Islam, it's not working, man. Okay, so we tried the oppressor, the Arabs' way, the Africans' way, and we have failed at every turn, man. The only thing we haven't tried is the way of the Most High. Okay, the Most High has the playbook, okay, which is the Holy Bible. You understand, the Torah, the Tanakh. Okay, where the people call upon him for help in their time of need, man. And the Most High always showed us, you understand, always showed us how we would know it was him and not us when it would, come to us coming up against our enemies, man. Okay? So we're going to get Judges, the 7th chapter. I'll give y'all a chance to get it. Judges, the 7th chapter. Okay. We're going to skip down to the 5th verse. Okay. Gideon, man, he was an Israelite, and they were going to war. Okay. I'm going to just summarize a little bit. And what Gideon was doing, the Most High, as usual, he never ever wants you to think that you had something to do with why you win battles. You understand? He doesn't want you to get it in your silly head that you had anything to do with him. Why? Because you made a covenant with him. You understand? Your forefather Abraham made a covenant with the Most High for his protection, providing that we obey him. Okay? Which is easy, man. What the hell do you have to give? What substance do you have to give the Most High? You understand? In turn for him in agreement for this covenant. Nothing but your obedience, man. You understand? A poor man, the only thing he can give is his obedience. The same as a rich man. You understand? Of Israel. Okay? You other nations have nothing to do with this. So we're going to jump down to verse 5. Judges 7, verse 5. So he brought down the people unto the water. And the Lord said unto Gideon, every one that lappeth up the water with his tongue as a dog. Salakia, let's start from the top, so we can get the premise. Then Jerubbaal, who is Gideon, and all the people that were with him rose up early and pitched beside the well of Harod, so that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of them, by the hill and Moreh in the valley. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, my own hand has saved me. That was very heavy, man. You would have thought that these people, the same ones that came out of Egypt, who saw the plagues of the Most High brought on Egypt, who saw the miracles, that the Most High performed, you would have thought that would have been enough to know that the Lord was with him. But yet and still, Israel has always been a stiff-necked, hard-headed people, man. So the Most High has said, the people, which is us, which is Israel, in this scenario, it's too many Israelites for us to go to war against the Midianites. Now, that is a Gentile way of thinking, man. You understand? It's a Gentile way of thinking. Your numbers are what matters, man. Your numbers in your Christian church is the reason why you're prospering. Your numbers are the reason why things that you have the truth. You understand? And the Lord said unto Gideon, we're going to read it again. The people that are with thee, the Israelites, are too many for me to give the Midianites into your hands. Meaning this, man, it's too many Israelites for me to allow you to win this battle. Why? Because if y'all win this battle, y'all going to think because y'all had 100 more men than the Midianites. That's the reason why y'all won. Y'all not going to think it's because the Most High gave you the battle. You understand? Verse 3. Now therefore go and proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is fearful and afraid. So now the Most High is trying to thin the herd, thin the soldiers of Israel. Okay, because why? We're going to get to that. Let them return and depart early from Mount Gilead, and there return of the people 20 and 2,000, and there remain 10,000. So now the Most High said, it's too many people, man. You understand? It's about 32,000 of y'all. I need to thin this herd a little bit. You understand? So y'all don't think the reason why y'all won this battle is because y'all got a bunch of men. So everybody who's afraid, let them return and depart and get the hell out of here. You understand? That goes to show you, man, the Most High does not deal with the spirit of fear, man. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohana, we deal with no cowards, man. You can't be a coward in this truth. You can't be afraid you'll lose your job for saying that the Jews are black, for saying that you got to keep the laws and commandments. You can't be a coward over losing family. You understand? You can't be a coward teaching out on the street, afraid somebody might throw a bottle at y'all, kill y'all, fight you. You understand? You can't be a coward in this truth, man. The Most High can't use you. You're completely useless to the Most High. Why? Because a spirit of the Most High can't deal with a spirit of fear. Okay? That's hella weak, man. So that's very critical to this point here. Let's read it again, man. That verse on fear. Whosoever fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead. Just leave, man. Okay? More than half the people left. 22,000 people left, man. You understand? Well, who remained? 10,000 after that, man. 22. That was 2/3 left. That's key right there, man. 2/3 of the people are already gone, man. Sound familiar? 2/3. Read on. Verse 4. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people are yet too many. Still too many people, man. Bring them down unto the water. So now the Most High is still saying 10,000 is too many, man. Have you ever heard of such a thing? 10,000 and you got too many soldiers? Could you imagine America saying, we're going to rely on our technology, our missiles, our planes, to show you how good we are in war, to show you how much better we are than you in war? No, man, they're going to get as many people as they possibly can. You understand? Verse 4. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people are yet too many. Bring them down unto the water, and I will try them for thee there. And it shall be that of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee, and the same shall go with thee. And of whomever I say unto thee, this shall not go with thee, the same shall not go with thee. So the Most High still needs to siphon out and thin the herd. Because again, 10,000 is still too many men. So the Lord is going to siphon out these people, man. He's going to sift the house of Israel to see who he needs in this battle, man. See who's paying attention, man. Who's aware, who's always on alert, man. And that's so heavy and important because even at camp, those men who stand in post are very important. It's critical that they are surveying the area, looking out for danger. You understand? Everything that we do is synonymous with the Bible, man. Everything the UPK does, we get from the Bible. You understand? Verse 5. So he brought down the people unto the water. And the Lord said unto Gideon, every one that lappeth up the water with his tongue, as a dog lappeth, him shalt thou set by himself. Likewise, every one that boweth down upon his knees to drink. And the number of them that lapped, putting their hand to their mouth, were 300 men. But the rest of the people bowed down upon their knees to drink the water. See that, man? It's so important, in distinguishing these men. These men didn't even think it up to be a test, man. Gideon said, come and let me see how you drink water. And the vast majority of the men, man, 70% of the men, more than 70%, man, drunk the water like they were a dog, an animal, not taking into account what's around them. And that's why it's so important that you run this race and take this work, this truth so seriously. Why? Because, man, the Most High is looking at you. He's seeing who's taking this serious, who's worthy of this truth, man. Worthy to be a servant of the Most High. Okay? These men, though they didn't have the spirit of fear, man, they didn't take it seriously enough. Everything's a test. Okay? That's how we have to look at everything. A test from the Most High. Analyze this, man. If I'm a soldier and I'm drinking water on my knees like a dog, how the hell am I being able to watch what the hell's around me? You understand? the men that brought the water to their lips are still alert. You understand? Still staying vigilant. Observe, taking up observation of the surroundings, man. And that's what the Most High wants out of you. Okay? Bravery is excellent and it's awesome. But it doesn't mean no damn bit of good if you're brave and awesome and you're over 10,000 men and you're leading them in the wrong direction, man. You gotta have a goddamn brain in your head too. You understand? Verse 6. And the number of them that lacked, putting their hand to their mouth, were 300 men. But all the rest of the people bowed down upon their knee to drink water. Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that left will I save you. Read it again. And the Lord said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that left will I save you, and deliver the Midianites into thine hand. And let all the other people go, every man to his place. So the Most High said, get rid of them, man. It's so important that we run this race as if we're trying to win first place, man. It does not have been a damn good if you're just running the race to get a trophy. America has so softened blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. With the PAL leagues, you know, you got your son in sports. You got them doing all sorts of things, you know, recreational. And everybody gets a trophy, man. Not true, man. That is not true in the real world. Everybody does not get a trophy. Everybody, 99% of the people lose. You understand? And that's what's important. So important, man, that you treat the Lord's truth, the Lord's work, as priority in your life, man. Could you imagine how much serious we'd be if we knew of assurance, verbatim, step by step, what will happen in the future? If you have already visited the future, you understand, and knew what was going to happen according to the scripture, man, and how true it was. You understand? You know how adamant you be about this truth, man? And that's what differentiates us from Christians, fake Israelite groups, and Muslims, man. We live this thing. We're serious about this work. You understand? Verse 7. Again, because this is so heavy, man. The Most High never wants you to think you are the reason why you succeeded as a nation. Because of careful planning, because of this, because of that. No, man. The Most High made a agreement with your forefather Abraham. Okay, and he intended to keep that agreement. Okay. And the Lord said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that left will I save you, and deliver the Midianites into thine hand, and let all the other people go, every man unto his place, man. The Lord can't use you if you're a dumbass all the time, man. Okay? We see the zeal, but also a part of the zeal is having some damn common sense, man. Okay? Following orders to the T. You understand? Stop thinking you're smarter and you know a better way all the damn time. Okay? The leadership in the UPK has been right thus far. When have they ever steered you wrong, man? That pastor of yours is going to steer you wrong or for his benefit all the goddamn time. You understand? It's so important to run this race as you want to win. Okay? There's only one winner. Everybody else is a loser. There's no second or third place. there's only the winner, man. You understand? Okay? And that's so heavy, man. It's so heavy. There's many of scriptures, okay, that we speak against numbers, man. Okay? You thinking because you're a Christian church, it's 100 whores in there, 1,000 whores, 2,000 homosexuals. Well, not even 2,000, because most men don't go to church. It's so effeminate. But the men that are in the church, a good 90% of them, okay, are homosexuals. You understand? And it's so heavy because you look at the Christian church and you think that they are in the truth, man. They have the truth. Why? Because they got the numbers, man. When broad is the way to destruction. Christ tells you that, man. Broad is the way to destruction. Okay? Let's get 1 Chronicles, the 21st chapter, man. We're going to show you what numbers and relying on numbers gets you, man. And the deceit that you've been seeing. So what there was a 1,000,000-man march? So what a bunch of brothers got together and marched down the street? What changed, man? What is the definition of insanity? What is marching? What has marching done for us? Not a damn thing, man. Marching has done absolutely nothing. It does nothing. Okay? 1 Chronicles, the 21st chapter, verse 1. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. Now David was going up against an army, man. And as usual in Israel, what we do is take counsel from our prophets, man. That's what the king will always do. What does the prophet think we should do? Why? Because the prophet is will be the mediator between the Lord and the people. What does the Lord think we should do? You understand? That's how our culture has always worked, man. You understand? If you are conflicted and don't know what to do, call the ISUPK. They will give you the perfect counsel, man. And what's so heavy about it, whatever counsel that they give you won't conflict with the scriptures. Why? Because there's an example of every type of scenario a black, a Hispanic, or Native Indian can be caught in the Bible with the solution. You understand? 1 Chronicles 21 verse 2. And David said to Joab and to the rulers of the people, go, number Israel from Beersheba even unto Dan, and bring the number of them to me, that I may know. Now this is very critical in this story, man. Because we've always known the Lord to fight for us and never rely on any other tool to overcome our enemy, man. You understand? And this is another reason or another example of how you know those people over in Israel today, those Khazars, are not the people of the Bible. You understand? Because they don't rely on the Most High. They rely on America to give them everything. On America to beat their enemies and to fight for them. Not once has Israel ever succeeded by relying on another nation to fight for them. We saw what happened when we made a pact with the Romans against the Greeks. We saw what happened, man. There's always some goddamn, catch to everything when you make a deal with the heathen. You understand? Let's read it again. And David said to Joab and to the rulers of the people, go number Israel from Beersheba even unto Dan, and bring the number to me that I may know it. Now, then you have and Joab answered, which is the prophet who has sense, The Lord make his people 100 times so many more as they be. You see that? You always will have a prophet, man, that tries to steer you into the right direction, man. Whoever the leader of Israel was at that time, man. Our prophets have always tried to steer us in the right direction, man. You understand? Even when they seen us going off on what to do. And Joab answered, the Lord make his people 100 times so many more as they be. So in essence, Joab was saying, whatever amount of men we have now is sufficient enough to beat the enemies. Because why? They're the Lord's men. Okay? They're Israel. Prince of the power, man. Okay? But my Lord and King, are they not all my Lord's servants? See, with respect, the prophet is trying to get David to reconsider the sin he's about to commit against the Most High. Why then doeth my Lord require this thing? If the Most High is with us, if we know that whatever man is sufficient enough, you don't think David had the story of Gideon and believed it? Once again, man, the spirit of fear will make you do some dumb stuff, man. It will cause you to sin against the Most High. And that's why it's so heavy that in the UPK that we have no cowards, man. You understand? We can't have a coward leading men taking a camp out. You understand? You'll get our men killed or hurt or injured or worse, man. You understand? It's so important that not to have a spirit of fear. In this scripture, David got fearful. You understand? David feared what would happen if he didn't have enough men. With all the stores we have and all the scriptures we had about relying on numbers. You understand? Thinking numbers is the way to overcome your enemies, man. Attrition. You understand? With numbers. So even after that, we're going to get to verse 4. Nevertheless, the king's word prevailed against Joab. Wherefore Joab departed and went throughout all Israel and came to Jerusalem. So even with all that, you don't think Joab reminded David about Gideon? You understand? Gave David a chance to get out of that situation? The Most High is always testing us, man. Always testing us. And it's so heavy that we always seem to fail the test, man. Always seem to fail the test. And in the end, when we fail the test, not only do we get punished, but the people following us get punished. That's why it's so important that you have a righteous leadership over you. You don't have a righteous leadership, you know what's going to happen? That punishment, more than likely is going to trickle down to the follower, man. You understand? The punishment David received is going to go down and definitely hurt the people, man. And sometimes, more or less, the punishment is seeing what your choice has done to your followers, man. Read on. Verse 6. But Levi and Benjamin counted he not among them, for the king's word was abominable to Joab. You understand? And God was displeased with this thing. The Most High was displeased with what had happened. Therefore he smote Israel. The Most High sent an angel to kill Israel, man. You understand? To kill a bunch of Israelites. Why? Because David sinned against the Most High. You understand? A bunch of Israel had to die. We're going to read about it. Verse 8. And David said unto God, I have sinned greatly, because I have done this thing. But now I beseech ye, do away the iniquity of thy servant. Do away with my sin, Father, for I have done foolishly. And the Lord spake unto David, seer, or Joab, saying, go and tell David, saying, thus saith the Lord, I offer 3 things. Choose one of them that I may do unto thee. So Most High gave us a choice. Now this is some awesome mercy right here, because the Most High has given David a choice for his punishment, man. You understand? You ever been, a child under your parents' roof when they ask, do you want to, when you get to choose your punishment? That's an awesome mercy, man. So here are the 3 choices the Most High gave David. Verse 12. Either 3 years of famine, or 3 months to be destroyed by thy foes, while that the sword of thine enemies overtake thee, or else 3 days of sword of the Lord, even the pestilence in the land, and the angel of the Lord destroying throughout all the coast of Israel. Now therefore advise thyself, what would I shall bring again to them that sent me? So David, man, he got a choice, man. His people can starve and suffer for 3 years. Or men, these other nations, Gentiles, can destroy him for 3 months. 3 months, not that long, man. That's 90 days. That's your probationary period, for your new job, right? And last, he asked, while that the sword of thy last was, or 3 days, 3 short days, 72 hours, where the angel of the Lord, man, is killing Israel. You understand? Where the angel of the Lord kills Israel through pestilence. And then you got an angel just going through killing Israelites for 3 days, man. Whoever you come up on. You understand? What does David choose? Let's see. Let's see David, if he understands who the Most High is, who our Father is, Abba in the Hebrew, man. Verse 13. And David said unto Gad, I am in a great strait. Let me fall now into the hands of the Lord. Listen. If ever you get in a bind, Israel, ever you get into trouble, and understand that it's the Most High doing it to you, man. Fall before the Most High, man. As David did in this scripture. For very great are his mercies. See? You see that? The Most High loves Israel, man. He loves you not like these other nations. For whatever reason, man, and I can't understand this. It's so hard to understand, man, how the Lord can love this nation. For what we did to him, man. Cheated on him with other gods. You understand? Going into Kemet. Going into Allah and Caesar Borgia, man. Betraying our Father. You understand? Feel that for a minute, man. Feel what the Most High has felt throughout all these generations. Feel as though your woman has cheated on you. You understand? You read the text. You damn near walked in on it. Okay? Feel that for a minute. That's what the Most High has felt with our nations for generations, man. And still, he loves us, man. He loves Israel. Only Israel. To the point where he wants to have mercy on you. But because of his honor, he got to kill you, man. He got to make you pay. He can't just let you get off scot-free all the goddamn time. You understand? For very great are his mercies. But let me not fall into the hand of man. That's heavy, man. A lot of times we choose the oppressor over the punishment of the Most High, man. You understand? We choose punishment from the Most High. Salakia, punishment from the oppressor rather than the Most High. Well, now you're getting it. Now the oppressor is killing you in the streets. You're poor. You're dying, and you still calling your oppressor for help. You still calling your oppressor for assistance to get you out of this hell that he caused. You understand? But let me not fall into the hand of man. You fall into the hand of man, brother, he's going to have his way with you. The oppressor doesn't know mercy. He doesn't have any type of conscience towards our people. Yet you're still trying to get reparations from him. You think you can change his mind. That's your problem, man. You rather make amends with your oppressor than make amends with the Most High, man. Verse 15. Salakia. Verse 14. So the Lord sent pestilence upon Israel, and there fell of Israel 70,000 men. That's a lot, man. 70,000 men. Could you imagine if he would have chose famine? How many people would have died? How many, if he would have chose, to be destroyed by his enemies? He was numbering the men. You understand? It wouldn't have mattered. And God sent, in verse 15, and God sent an angel unto Jerusalem to destroy it. And as he was destroying, the Lord beheld, and he repented him of the evil. So the Most High forgave David, and said to the angel that destroyed, it is enough, stay now thine hand. And the angel of the Lord stood by the threshing floor of Ornan and Jebusite. That's heavy, man. That's heavy right there. The Most High was satisfied that David was finally atoned of his sin. Salakia, give me a minute, Israel. Give me 1 minute. Is it the neighborhood? Slacky Israel. But again, man, always want to rely on the Lord, man, for us against these other nations. You understand, man? Numbers are not the sign that somebody's with you. Okay? The Most High is always looking, always testing us, man. Testing your integrity. Okay? Alright? Don't be deceived, man, by every damn thing, man, that you see. You understand? So we're going to jump next to 2 Peter, the 1st chapter. Okay? 2 Peter, the 1st chapter. Give you a chance to grab it. All right. 2 Peter, the 1st chapter, verse 10. Wherefore, and rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fail, man. That's one of the most prevalent things in UPK that we teach, man, is making your election sure, man. All that hoping that you're going to make it to the kingdom, hoping the Most High will choose you as 144,000, hoping that you're doing enough, man, is completely Christian and garbage, man. You want to make your election sure. You want to be damn perfect in your craft, man, in your work in this truth. You want to be so immaculate, that, there's without question that you covered all bases and dotted all I's and crossed all T's. You understand? The Most High, repeatedly reiterates in these scriptures on making this truth number one and making sure you have the warm fuzzy that you've done enough, man. And it's always a good, it's always very strategic to make it seem like you haven't done enough, man. Why? Because it keeps you on your toes. You understand? It's never, no one has ever, you can never do enough in this work. You understand? It's always something to do. It's always brothers and, sisters to help. You understand? If you think you've done too much in this truth, man, you're almost, you're deceiving yourself, man. When you think like that. It kills your drive in your body to get this work done. You understand? So you always want to make your election sure. You understand? Be damn sure you're going to win the race, man. Why? Because you're ahead of everybody and you see the finish line. You understand? You've taken every precaution, every step to ensure that you stayed ahead of the game. You understand? It's Christian for everybody to think that everybody gets a trophy for participation, man. That's so Christian. It's Christian to think that, we all winners. You understand? Everybody wins. There are no losers. That weakens a man and kills his drive for success, man. You understand? There's so much still going on in Israel and in our current world, man, where we just have yet to wake up from our situation. We have yet to wake up from the sleep that deprives us from salvation, man. We continue to be in slumber. Why? Because, man, that's what the oppressor has taught us. You're comfortable in this matrix, man. Comfortable being asleep. Comfortable not doing a goddamn thing, man. In the UPK, you cannot be slothful and useless, man. That's what the Christian church is for, man. Just go up in there, get your concert. You get a concert, you get the catfish fry. That place is fun, man. You understand? You get to, sleep with the brother's woman that don't, the brother that don't come to church. You get to flirt and sleep with his woman. You understand? You get to, whatever disgusting lust you like to do up in there, they gonna let you get away with it, man. In the Christian church. Go be up in there, man. It's fun. You understand? You're not cut to be with the UPK, man. Why? Because the UPK has a standard that you have to live by, man. Here in this truth, man, it's going to be a brother watching you, making sure you don't smoke weed, making sure you're not, sleeping with other brothers, women, making sure you're not doing crack, cocaine, man. Make sure you're not stealing, lusting after every goddamn thing. You understand? It's so heavy to be in the UPK. Why? Because you got brothers that's going to govern you. You understand? And check you when you go off. Okay? A lot of brothers can't stomach that. They can't stomach another man telling them not to sin. Another man telling them what they can and can't do. When you come into this truth, you no longer belong to you, man. You follow orders. Okay? Just like any army, man. If you're in the army of the Lord, you are now a property of the Most High. You understand? You are now property of Yahweh. Okay? You are under Christ. Under Yahweh, man. Okay? He owns you. Until he owns you for the rest of forever. And why not, man? He deserves it, man. He only, sacrificed his life for you. You understand? Because he loved his nation. Because he was ordered by the Most High to do so. Okay? His life didn't belong to him. You understand? He understood that. Okay? A straight soldier following orders, man. And that's what it comes down to. Being a soldier for Christ, man. Okay? We don't need you to go out there and killing the oppressor, man. Save that for, the Black Panther and the Muslims, man. People who are in the truth. Okay? Let them do that, man. Let them do complete opposition of what the Christ requires of you to do. In complete opposition of what Yahweh requires you to do, man. You understand? Let them sin and go against the Most High, man. You have another duty. And that's to the Most High. And to do exactly what the hell he says, man. You understand? Alright? With that, I'm going to end the class. Okay? This is the Brotherhood class. You understand? When we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians how to love one another. Because why? Brotherhood is the foundation of this nation, man. It's the foundation of what's going to get us out this hell. Loving your brother, treating your brother as you want to be treated, man. We, reiterate this thing all the time, every week at camp about how to love your brother. Okay? If you don't love your brother, just do what the other nations do, man. The other nations, they love themselves. So they make sure to love only them and to make sure they prosper before anybody else does, man. All we ask you to do is to do what everybody else does. Do what the Chinese do, what the so-called white man does, what Africans do, man. Africans, they get together, they live in their communities. Africans do not live around black people. Okay? They live where Africans live, and with their communities. Okay, they not trying to be with the Kata or you niggas. Okay, they believe themselves to be better than you. Their music is disgusting and awful. I can't even fathom it. You understand? Their food is disgusting. Everything, about them and the oppressor and these other nations is nothing comparable to Israel. You understand? Israel is the best nation, the only nation. And if we start to think like that, man, maybe again, you'll understand, loving your brother. You understand? Loving those who look like you, who are a part of your nation, man. You understand? Loving other Israelites, man. I don't have to ask an African, does he love, his people? I can just look over and see who he deals with. He makes sure that he gets with his African brother, that they sell, fake jeans and fake everything to the black community, bootleg CDs and videos and everything. He only consults with his brother. Okay, I see the Koreans, when they get together and get their coalition and of beauty products. Okay, what to sell the black woman, selling their hair. They don't bring in black people as a part of their faction, and the black people to so that they can start up businesses. Okay, the same goes for the Arab. I don't see an Arab setting up any black Muslim brother with his own gas station. Okay, he's going to make sure his brother Muhammad and his cousin Muhammad and his uncle Muhammad, all coming over from Iraq, all coming over from the Middle East, that they're set up. They don't give a damn about a black man being a Muslim. Okay, as far as they are concerned, you are a slave, man. You understand? You're just another slave that's going to keep their businesses profiting. Okay, let us love one another, man, like these other nations love each other. Okay, like the Arabs love themselves, like the Africans love themselves. Does the white man love himself? I think he does, because he ostracized you from all types of businesses. You understand? He never tries to graft you in, but he will make sure that you are the tail and not the head of any goddamn thing, man. You understand? Jay-Z, he's another one, man. Jay-Z is, has now become and this is so important, man, on black people and how the other nations see us, man. The other nations see us as a laughingstock, man. We are an astonishment to these other nations. Why? Because black people, you know what your leaders are? Your leaders are entertainers, man. People who can rap, people who can throw a football, people who can dunk, man. That's who we look for our salvation and for those to speak to, and those to represent us, man. When we should be asking for righteous leadership, okay? Those that the Lord have called. The Lord has called the nation, those who the Lord chooses to be over us must be synced with this Bible, man. Must be as though the prophets have been, man. Does he keep the law? Does he follow Christ? Does he follow the Most High, man? Okay? Is he perfect in these scriptures, man, and keeping this law, statutes, and commandments? Okay? Is he an excellent leader according to what the book says, man? That's how we should be measuring our leadership, not by can he rap? Does he have the most bars? Can he score 45 points in one game? That's why you become astonishment to these other nations, man. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. All right, I'm going to read the security announcements, and then from then, we're going to close out. All right. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of every increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, remind Akim and Akwa to check the bulletin board for any announcements. If anyone wants to become a trooper, they have to start wearing all black. You understand? And again, man, if you have any questions, real quick before I completely close out, type them in, and then we'll address it. Okay? Let me give you a minute. Okay. If not, I'm going to say Shalom Israel. And remember to pay your tithes, man. All right, Shalom.